Okay, so here is my review of Power Ponies. Probably just gonna turn into a ramble, because, well, I'm not good at speaking, but I'm giving this a shot anyway. So, Power Ponies. What did I like about this episode? Well, it was sure as heck enjoyable. The Power Ponies motif is just fairly interesting. We have Twilight Sparkle as the Masked Matterhorn, Pinkie Pie as Philosecond, Applejack as Mistress Marvelous, we have Rainbow Dash as Zap, Rarity is Radiance, and Fluttershy as Saddle Rager. Who did I like? I loved Rarity's performance in this episode. Rarity's power is probably the most useful. She can summon anything she wants at will. She can just create whatever she wants. Kinda like the Green Lantern, but she used that power really effectively. Yeah. We have Applejack, whose power is to control her lasso with her mind. So she's basically like a psychic Wonder Woman, I guess, which is pretty cool. Then we have Applejack. I already said that. We have Pinkie Pie, who runs really fast. Obviously, the Flash. Yeah, that power is fitting, I would say. It leads her to make some pretty good jokes, especially the one near the end of the episode that she makes. Like, they had half a second before the comic book closed, and the Metropolis Bakery was only 65 blocks away, I think it was. That got me to chuckle. So, then we have Rainbow Dash, who... Wait, you can control the weather already. Why do you need a comic book power to do that? Whatever. Yeah, it's fitting, but I wish they did more with it. But then we have Twilight Sparkle, whose power is just using magic. I mean, yeah, that's fitting. But the problem with it is that she can't use her magic well enough at all. It's like all she can use is ice-related powers. I mean, really, it's dumb. And she can't even use her powers effectively. Rarity's even like halfway through the episode. She's like, "It's an improvement, darling," and she was using her powers really well from the very beginning, while Twilight was just sucking throughout the entire episode. It's just weird. Now, I heard some explanation of why her powers suck compared to the rest of them. She's the element of magic. She's supposed to be really skilled with magic because that's her element. But but she's in the comic book world now, which means that her element, she's not connected to her element. She's connected to her comic book power, which is a good explanation, but it raises the question: how did all the other ponies use their powers well, and not her? I mean, Rainbow Dash was struggling a little bit, but actually, we're gonna just skip ahead to the last of them. Fluttershy is the Saddle Rager. She hulks out, basically. No other better explanation. She's basically just... It's a fitting power, I would say. I really like the concept. It's hilarious, but the design is just weird. Honestly. I would like it so much. I think it would be the best power if not for the design. The design is just getting weird, honestly. Anyway, we have Spike as Humdrum, which is pretty much expected. He's the bumbling sidekick who can't do anything. But he breaks the trope and does something at the end. I applaud that. Nothing terribly interesting, though. But then we have the Maniac, who's just completely ridiculously insane. Gives Discord a run for his bits. Or a run for his money, I'm sorry. I don't want to make pony puns, I'm sorry. But anyway. She's just absolutely ridiculous. She's actually kind of smart, which most comic book villains today aren't. They're there to be defeated, but she actually knows how to control the situation quite well. She has her magic hairspray, which I don't know if it's magic, but she has her hairspray, which she sprays, and then the ponies freeze. Yeah. What happens when it wears off, and then they can break free? Apply another coat. Now that is actually kind of clever, because you don't see that happen a lot. And that makes it really good. I hope you know what I mean by this, I'm just rambling. So anyway, the plot of the episode is as you would expect it to be. They're in a comic book world. They have to defeat a villain in order to get out. Yeah, not like we haven't seen comic book type stuff before in other TV shows. But it's nice to see that they're just making fun of the trope completely with all their superhero jokes. I can't really say much about this episode. It's definitely enjoyable. Definitely. I would probably give it around a 8 out of 10, I would say. It's not a bad episode, though. It's just basic, nothing incredibly special. It's basically played for laughs, is basically what it is. And I said basically like 5 times in that sentence. Basically. But, really, it was a pretty good episode. It kept me entertained. Not much else I can say about it, though. It's entertaining, sure. I would rewatch it just cause it's fun to watch, but no real big story plot. It's just, again, I'm rambling, yeah. So, I think that pretty much covers all I want to talk about for Power Ponies. So, alright, I guess I'm done here. I'm done wasting your time. Anyway, yeah, that's Power Ponies.